Welcome back to the most organized, best podcast in the world. So over here we have fuck you.
Ponies.
Fuck
Mike
you.
Tyson.
Fuck you.
Brian can't speak English today.
Yeah, no, and okay, so let me introduce the guest. So we have our co-host here, Jeremy, as usual.
Hi.
Yeah, he's finally back after two very awkward podcasts that I had to do with strangers. And we have here the guest that introduced me to YouTube. I was his cameraman for a second. By a second, I mean a while. And
Yeah, it's our whole 7th grade year, man.
whole 7th grade year, yes. And that was the most weirdest, best experience I ever experienced in my life. And
No,
which
You
is
know, before the podcast started, Brian prepped me on what the conversation was going to be. I'm not sure if Steven knows about this, but he wanted to talk about middle school life because we all know each other. That's like the foundation for this friendship.
God, yes. We all met in actually in the 6th grade, and we were all in the same class.
yes. It was
I still remember the teachers' names. If you don't, I actually don't think I want to say it on the podcast though.
I don't remember her name. I know it started with like an R, some shit like that.
you're way off.
No, he's right. He's right. He's right.
No, it wasn't.
Nope.
It wasn't R. Yes,
Sixth
it was.
grade. Sixth grade.
6th grade when we met.
No, because it was with a D. It's Miss the.
Well, it's technically he technically
But
has
there's
it.
an- Oh, I
Though.
know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's an R in there though.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like the most. Her name isn't Miss Duh. Like
No,
you,
I
like
know.
you could just call
I
it.
remember.
No,
I
because
remember.
I thought
Alright,
we didn't
whatever.
wanna
Enough
say the
about
full name.
Mr. Whatever. I don't care.
Miss D. We're not gonna
Let's-
talk about Miss D.
That who was our teacher for literally like 3 whole months because she was pregnant.
Facts.
Oh yeah, she was pregnant like every other day, bro.
She was cranky as fuck, bro. She did not like us. I'll be honest. Any little mistake
I
we
I,
did, she used
I
to
thought
scream at us.
I thought she was nice.
Oh hell no, bro. I remember I fucking gave one bad answer. Like I remember she got mad at us, saying like, "What do I do to keep you kids in check?" And I actually gave like a suggestion, and she got mad at me, and she said, "Oh, why don't you not teach the class?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, miss." I was actually
just kept your mouth shut.
Shut up.
Yeah, that reminds me of like the meme where like there's like a businessman in like a fucking CEO building and he's like all right guys, let's come up with suggestions, and then throws that one guy who makes like a good suggestion out.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was legit
got-
me. That was terrible.
We were always in trouble for something in middle school. We would get in trouble in lunch all the time.
Yeah,
Because we wouldn't shut up.
Yeah, we was the loud ones in that shit. Not gonna lie.
I think we were the loudest class in the entire school.
Oh, that's a pretty high place. I don't know. If we were
were
the loudest
third.
class, I would say that's a great honor to have, because we're all like a bunch of bullshitting class clowns, and we're just like, yeah, we're pretty smart.
We were. There were 15 of us, and I remember, if I remember correctly, it was about 15 of us, and
Yes.
not a single one of us were serious about anything.
Yes, none of us were actually serious at all. We were just so fucking like, how can I say it?
Do you guys? All right. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Jeremy remembers this, but I think Brian does. In our gym class, it might have been 7th grade, but I'm pretty sure it was the 6th grade. When we were playing touch football in the gym, and that one
Oh my
kid
God. I
was
think I
running,
know.
remember that? And he went to go
Yes.
score a touchdown. He slipped and
I
smacked
remember
his face
this.
off the wall.
Yo, oh
I
my
do
God,
not remember.
effing chat. Oh my fucking God. There's like I think it was flag
Hold on,
football.
pause.
Was it?
It was, and we were playing indoors like a bunch of idiots.
Wait, give me a sec. Hold on. This is a cut.
God.
Yo, that kid ate shit, bro. Oh my God.
I remember that. That was bad.
And he was just lying on the floor like, fuck my life. It's over. Yeah. Do you think he walks around with like a flat, like Voldemort today?
Just the fucking dent in his forehead.
Oh my god.
Again, most professional podcast in the world. Alright, anyway, I'm back. I had to do like a little chore. I completed that man quick. Okay. So, about a guy slamming himself against the wall. Keep going.
I remember. I think he was on my team, and because I was on the floor, like I was playing because I remember it. And he went to go score the touchdown, and he like tripped right before the wall, and like did this penguin slide like head first into the brick wall because remember the walls were brick because we were on the 5th floor.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god.
He was out of school for a long time. I remember when he came back with like that like helmet thing on his head, and everyone was like, "Oh god."
It was. I shouldn't be laughing, but it was. I think I remember now. That cleared up.
I remember, I actually got like seriously injured, but I didn't say anything about it. I think this is my this is 8th grade, so I don't think Steven was there.
No, I had just moved.
Yeah, but you know how like they had us do like the track in the gym sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a rubber traffic cone, and me in my head was just like, oh, I could kick that shit over because I'm badass. And I kicked it. I kicked it, and I think I like broke my toe or something. I don't know if I broke it or not because I never went to the doctor, but I remember hurting for like a month or so.
That's fun. Just leave it up to Jeremy to see the fucking orange cone and go, let me just kick that real quick.
Yeah, fuck the law. I can break this.
He was like, sir, it was looking at me menacingly, and I fucking had to kick it.
But what about you, Brian?
Well, I got something real quick then. I know Brian's gonna laugh about because me and him had this conversation in 6th grade year when it happened. But do you guys remember, like, when we first met our gym teacher in the 6th grade, how everyone had the big debate that he was gay? Like, we just didn't know if he was or not.
He was gay? Wait, what?
You don't remember that? He
No.
started talking in the middle of class, and I don't remember who it was. I'm pretty sure it was another kid in our class. Like leaned over to me and he's like, "Do you think he's gay?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. Let me ask, X, Y, and Z." So I started asking around the class, and then it just kind of spread throughout the class. So I really don't know, honestly.
I actually don't remember the 6th grade coach, but I remember the 7th grade one. He kind of looked like Drake.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I remember one of our fucking teachers did look like Drake, and we used to say, "Oh, yo, it's Drake."
Yo, you know today he has waves.
That is exactly.
He has
what I'm
waves
talking
today,
about.
bro. You know he does.
That is exactly what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I'm talking about. We didn't know if he was gay or not. And I remember asking around the class, and like everyone just like it just started to spread throughout the gym class, and I was like, "Oh, what did I start? Should have kept my mouth shut."
I remember the bald coach. I forgot what his name was, but yeah. I was literally just about to say how people were making fun of how he was bald, and like he was like scolding. He was scolding some kids, and then one of them were just like, "It's Caillou." Caillou. I'm like, oh my god.
I remember that exactly, and I remember laughing at that. That was amazing.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Do you guys remember like our science projects in the 7th grade and how dumb that was?
Oh yeah, I made a project
science projects
about
are
eggs.
always dumb.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
She said.
No, do you remember? Oh, freaking Steven, you weren't here for this, but I'm about to tell you. Johnny had made a project about like cops or something, and it was like the most like pitiful. Dude, he literally like was just like, I gotta do this today. So he literally like drew on like a board and was just like, cops wear blue when they beat people. And I'm like, oh my god, bro, you brought this in.
I remember that was 8th grade. I remember that project. I love that project. It was so funny.
No, just leave it up to Johnny. I swear to God.
He has not changed. He's still there's some people who just don't grow up past middle school.
Oh my god, That was my favorite project. I remember laughing a lot.
Dude, I
We
probably
was
would have
laughing.
pissed myself in the middle of class.
You would have because it was low-key the funniest thing ever. I remember. Oh my god,
Okay,
bro.
but besides, all right. I want to change the conversation. Besides middle school, since we're only gonna have this one podcast to probably speak to Steven about this, how was
Maybe.
your high school experience compared to ours? So I want
All
to
right,
hear
so
yours.
I've talked to a couple people that I went to school with there and grew up with there because obviously I was there my whole life. And they would always ask me like, "Oh, how's school, there and how different is it there?" And I'm like, "Well, you want to be completely honest about how different the school system is here?" Like, and just talking to like the athletes that I know because I play sports and talking to the athletes and they're like, "Oh, our school doesn't do this, our school doesn't do that, but my school does." It's like it's a very different learning curve here than it is there, like 110%. And it was, obviously for me it was just, natural because I did a year in the system here before high school. So getting
Yeah.
there was, pretty much simple. But if like one of you guys were to come here and do a week in the school, you'd be absolutely confused because I could see where it gets very confusing and where it's very different from the New York school system. So yeah,
And,
it's very very strange to be honest with you.
are you talking about like in the whole like sports aspect of it, like, or just like the
Everything,
school in general? Everything.
just
All
the
right.
schooling in general is very different here.
Is it still like 65 to pass or 75?
Yeah, here it's 65, but I don't know how high school they do it there. I mean, I should live there my whole life, but when it comes to credits here, credits are the way they do it is weird. Like each class is worth 5. If you take a half year course, it's worth 2.5 credits. If you take one class, like 2 periods, it's 10 credits. So it's very weird. So like you can attempt more credits than you really need to graduate. Like last year I attempted 39 credits and you only need 35 each year you're in high school here. So it's just weird. Like I have extra credits
Oh,
now to play around with. So if I want to fail two
I
classes, I technically can.
I actually have a little experience with the credit thing. I actually have more credits than I need to actually pass, and I think it's because I did JRTC, which I absolutely hated. I think I want to talk about that, but Brian, did you want to say anything?
yeah. I was about to say, yeah, you can talk about it. It's just gonna be quick. It's just pretty much saying like a compor what I cannot remember. Compare. Oh yeah, compare. Yeah, compare both of these two. Yeah. So as Steven said, so you get like one class per year is 5 credits, right?
Well, each year class. So your standard like English, math, history, stuff like that. Like if you're taking it the entire year, one period, it's 5 credits. But just say you take 2 periods of English, like you take seventh and eighth period English, that eighth period counts for another 5 credits. So then English becomes 10 credits.
Oh yeah. So for us, we don't do that shit. So it's pretty much just you get 2 credits per year per class. So like saying like if you take math for a whole year, it's just like they give you one credit after.
Well, hold on, because for some classes it's different. For gym, I think it's like a single credit
No, well
for
no,
every year,
no, it's like 0.5 something.
but it
Yeah.
adds up
See
to like
here.
one credit, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
See
supplementary.
here, like to graduate, you need a total of 121 credits to graduate.
Us, we need 44.
Jesus. All right, before we start going off on like credits and
Yeah,
everybody
start
else who
drifting.
wants to get away from school and shit,
For real.
I'm just gonna talk about the whole JRTC thing and why I think I got ahead because of that. Um,
Yes.
First of all, I'm gonna say this right now. Absolutely hated JRTC. If you're watching this and you are like a diehard fan of it, you know what? I don't know what's wrong with you. You're probably the people I hated most in JRTC, but
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to say it. I really did not like JROTC, and the reason why is because you have to trust. Okay, and if I were to sum it up,
Yeah.
JRTC is basically the prison. Not the prison. What is it called?
Military.
Damn.
insane
It is
asylum.
the military. It's basically the military. It's like Boy Scouts, but also military themed. But the Stanford Prison Experiment. That's how I would.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah, it's really messed up. Basically, a student could earn the rank of like a sergeant or something, right? And you would have to report to that student. Like they would have to be your boss technically.
Yeah.
And you really had to trust that that this person wasn't going to be like, oh, I have an insignia, I'm way better than you, and I got all this power, and now I can curse you out
Yeah,
and shit.
it's all about respect.
Yeah, it is not. It is so not about that. But I went in there thinking like I'm gonna earn my name in the school. I'm gonna have a nickname. I'm gonna have a cool nickname. I'm gonna get jacked, and I'm gonna earn myself like a sergeant first, whatever. It did not turn out like that at all, at all, at all. Um, so first things first. I knew that I had to do something, and they had like a team. Okay, so JRTC is a club, but it takes up a class. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is that you can have JRTC as an elective, and it will take one of your periods. So with that being said, in JRTC there are sub clubs. What I mean by this is that there is
Different parts to it.
a yeah, there's a fitness team, there's a intelligence team, stuff like that, you know. And I decided to join the fitness team. So I did whatever I had to do. I got yelled in the face by some freaking sergeant, whatever, some little fucking shithead who thought he was fucking king of the world. But I in the end, they were like, all right, we're going for our 10-mile run. And I was like, excuse me? We had like 4 weeks to like do a 10-mile run.
Damn.
But I remember running from Fort Hamilton to the Coney Island Boardwalk, which was like 5 miles, and then they wanted me to run back, and I couldn't do that. So they left me behind, and I didn't come back to school until the next day, and I earned the name Lost Boy. So I was like, all right, fuck you guys. Everybody in there was just mad toxic, but the only thing I got from that class was a resume and I guess some extra credits. So yeah.
That's a W in my book. Because to be
Well,
honest,
see
Jesus Christ.
that just proves my point about how different the just I guess the difference between the barriers of the state is, because JROTC for you guys, like you said, is like a club, and like there's different aspects of it. Here, JROTC is kind of the same thing. It does take up a period, maybe two, depending on what rank you are in JROTC. But here, it's also considered a sports team because they go on competitions here. Like they leave the
Yeah,
state.
they do that here too. They do that here too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They leave the state here to do go to crazy competitions and stuff. But I don't think it's split like it is there. I don't think it's like there's a fitness team. I think everyone's just kind of in it together as one unit, and they kind of just pinpoint who's better at what.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
Anyway, yeah, this is just a lot of different stuff between New Jersey and New York.
Yeah.
But something I noticed about your school, because I've been spying on you, because that's what friends do. I haven't, by the way. Don't worry about it. But I did notice that your school has lockers. I remember seeing that in one of like the images you posted.
Yeah,
And I was
the middle school and the high school both have lockers, and it's really weird because the middle school, the lockers are normal, like 6 foot, 7 foot lockers. The top to bottom, everyone gets their own locker. They line in the hallways. In the high school, it's a little bit different. There's 4 hallways literally my school is one big square and one floor. The high school. But there, I think so the lockers are weird here. So at the high school, the freshmen and sophomores have bottom lockers, like all the lockers on the bottom. If you're a freshman or a sophomore, your locker's a bottom locker. Juniors and seniors have top lockers, and that's how they split it here. And it's really weird, but it's like a privilege to have a top locker because you don't have to lay on the floor to even open your locker
Yeah.
anymore.
I just realized it would suck for
You're
12 people,
beneath me.
freshmen. Yeah, imagine. Hey, you
Um,
imagine the awkward
oh,
conversation where a freshman and there's a senior right above you, and you both
Dude,
have to
I
get
didn't
there.
use my locker as a freshman. I kept everything in my freaking bag.
What a legend.
oh, so
Really
you can
did.
walk around with the. Yeah.
I walked out with back
It,
problems.
was freshman year just as bad for you as it was for like all of us? Like, were you like?
I mean, I got to know some of the kids here. Because obviously, I moved there, and the summer from 7th grade, going to 8th grade, and so I got to do a year in the 8th grade here. But for me personally, if I had to say, the 8th grade was honestly hard for me because you're moving here, you know nobody at all, and you have to meet new people and talk to new people, and that was I think the hardest part because once I got to freshman year, I kind of knew kids, and it was kind of like smooth sailing from there. So I could, my freshman year wasn't that bad. Plus, I played sports, so I got to know a lot of the upperclassmen too, from playing football and baseball and stuff. So honestly, I think the 8th grade was, the hardest year. I don't think freshman year was too terrible at all, to be honest.
So technically you consider your 8th grade more like your freshman year, which was hard to
Yeah,
like actually.
my 8th grade year was more my freshman year, because I didn't know anyone. I was new here, and
Oh.
didn't know who to talk to, who was who.
I technically already said in like the fourth podcast I did how my freshman year was, but I will just say it in the shortest way possible. So I pretty much met all my friends through a girl sending us a dick pic, and that's the best way I can
Wait,
fucking
did you
describe
say
it.
a girl sending you a dick pic?
Yes,
Yeah, that's very rare, isn't it?
yes.
I don't know. Not in this day and age anymore, really.
Oh yeah.
It's 2021. Yeah.
It's
Let-
2021. They send us tentacles now.
Facts. But yeah, that's pretty much how I met my friends, and then I already developed like a group very fairly quickly. And yeah, technically my freshman year was the best year, and then the worst year was my junior, and that's it.
So, so you mentioned how you did like a bunch of like sports at your high school. Are there any like crazy or like funny stories, maybe locker room stories?
Yeah, alright. So, oh yeah, well, whew, we talking about locker room stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Before we get to any
Pause.
locker room stories, you guys know me obviously, and you know that my two sports were football, baseball. Period. All I
Yeah.
played. Didn't really play anything else. I played basketball very rarely. If we went to the park, I played, but never really played in a league. So you guys know that. So I moved here, and here they're all about high school is a land of opportunity. Try new things. In high school. You never know what you're actually good at. So okay, we'll try new things. So freshman year, obviously, I played football in the fall because why not? And then the winter was coming around, and I didn't want to be sitting around until it was getting closer with made me join the bowling team.
Well,
So there was just this friggin' 6 foot me bowling all winter.
You gotta
Mind
keep
you-
busy, right?
Mind you, I am terrible at bowling. All right, I suck.
I doubt I could do any better.
I suck.
What was-
Compared
what
to
was
some
the
of the
best
kids
you
on the
did?
team. I bowled a 210. That was the best. That's the best I did.
no, fucking.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
you're okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
but compared to some of the kids that played, the kid that introduced, that wanted me to join the bowling team. I'm still friends with him today. He goes to like Texas and Florida to bowl. Like this kid's he bowled his first 300
Damn,
at
bro.
the school. Yeah, he bowled his first 300 at the school, and I was like,
God.
and that's nothing but strikes the whole game. That's
Yeah, I
10
know.
frames of strikes.
I,
So,
I, I don't
you
I don't
know-
mean to narc on your friend there, but I can't imagine just like walking up to a girl and be like, hey, ever been with a bowler before? Like it's always like you ever been with a football player, or like, but like I can't imagine like some girl be like, oh, he does bowling. Oh my god.
He
So
never
why don't you
missed.
come- Why don't,
He never-
why don't you come?
Oh my god.
Why don't you come over? I'll show you my 300 ball.
Oh my god.
Because that's what I'm saying. So the kid, he's all right. So this is gonna sound weird. He's a bowler, and that's his number one sport. We've tried, and a couple other kids from the football team have tried every year since freshman year up till this year to try to get this kid to play football. Dude, he's built, like, he's muscular, like, he's really built up, this kid. And it's like, how are you built? Like, how are you, like a muscular dude, and you bowl, bro?
Bro, he training hard every single day, trying to get the perfect result.
Yo, this guy's gonna have his name in the book someday, I swear.
Facts.
He's gonna
Half bodybuilder, half bowler.
Yeah.
Now I get it. All right, perfect. But continue on with your story. Is there anything like crazy
alright,
that
so-
happened here?
All right, so junior year. So to make it long story short, freshman and sophomore years we had the coaching staff that coached the football team. Because again, here it's not just teachers that coach. They bring outside coaches in too. They hire outside coaches who are allowed to do that here. So you have a big coaching staff, like a professional level, college level coaching staff for football. And this staff has been here since 2002. It's been the same coaching staff at the school. So freshman, sophomore year, I got to know that coaching staff and play with them. But then junior year, they decided to fire those coaches. So we were getting an entirely new coaching staff in junior year. So February comes around and we see all the football players that see signs in the gym locker room, for our gym period. They're saying, "Oh, come meet the new coach today after school this day." Blah blah blah. So we go do it. We're gonna go meet the new coaching staff, and everyone instantly fell in love with this guy. Like he was a lot better, and so we get a new coaching staff for my senior years, but. Not only were they a better coaching staff, so my freshman and sophomore years, our records were we were 2-7 my freshman year, and we were 1-9 my sophomore year.
That's really rare that you get a coach that you actually like after changing.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And
Brian definitely knows from experience.
Oh, bro, don't even get me started. I don't want to mention it because one person does watch the videos and then mention what actually happened.
So we had 2 terrible seasons, and we get this new coaching staff. And my junior year, we missed the playoffs by 1 game, and this year we made it to the playoffs. And we got eliminated in the second round to a school that there was just no chance in hell that we were beating. It was a very close game though. The game that we had no chance in hell of winning, we lost 20-17. So it was very close, but. Junior year, we're in the contention. We need to win the next 2 straight to make the playoffs, and we had just won in this crazy walk-off fashion in overtime against this other school that was pretty. We were home and they were away. They were visiting us, and they were pretty decent play away, and it was a high-scoring game. The final score was 49-47 us. And it was just a crazy day, crazy game, and we won in this weird walk-off fashion, like I said. So then we all go back to the locker room excited. So now when you have, 45 football players excited and you get back to the locker room, of course we're not going to be serious. Because this game, kept us in the run to make the playoffs for the first time in 2015.
Yeah.
So this kept us going. We're gonna be that year we're gonna be that class that makes the playoffs for the first time in 4 years at this point. And we get back to the locker room, and one kid on the team goes, "Team showers." Now, obviously, we didn't do that. All right, just put it out there. We did not have a team shower. We did not have a team shower. But
I can imagine just yo, nice balls, bro.
One of the seniors, junior at the time, my grade yelled it, and we were like, "Oh crap." And there was this freshman that was pitched. When you're in a football team, you're very personal with your coaches. I mean, you spend every day for about 6-7 months with them.
Yes.
So you outside of school, you have a very personal relationship with them. And one of the coaches was complaining to a group of us, we were a group of juniors, and he was complaining to us about this freshman. He was being annoying, XYZ, and he wasn't listening, and he was just getting fed up with them. And so we devised a plan. So this freshman goes to walk in the locker room, and there's a little cubby between the little room between the locker room and the outside door. And this kid goes to walk in, and he's met by 4 of us. So the 4 juniors that coach was complaining to, the 4 of us are now standing there. And this kid just looks at us because we were covering the door, so we really couldn't get in. And he's like, "What?" And then we pick this kid up, walked him over to the actual showers, stuck him in one of the showers, and turned the water on him.
Oh no, bro! If I was that
And then
freshman, I would
after-
be thinking the worst things in my head right
This
now.
is why it really sucks to be a freshman.
Exactly.
Oh.
And after we literally drenched this kid equipment and everything, we told him to go apologize to coach, and he did. And then quit the next week.
Yeah, I mean,
Bro, that's legit as close to sexual harassment. You, bro,
That's
imagine poor
not-
dude.
Wait.
No, Jeremy, imagine thinking you were a freshman, right? And then you see like 6-foot juniors just picking you up out of nowhere, placing you in
Okay,
the shower.
hold on. That's completely different from that's completely different from being like butt ass naked in the shower. Like that's completely different.
He might have thought that what came next. You never know.
Oh my god! Yeah, yo, let's go even further. Let's see what happens next.
Well,
No, I don't.
it wasn't like, you know, everyone, when I tell the story, I don't tell, like, you know, his half of the story, because everyone's like, oh, you bullied the kid, and I'm like, no, technically we didn't, and we really didn't, because
We serve justice.
it was payback, because that's, you know, the juniors got the payback for the rest of the team, but obviously the freshmen playing, you know, we have JV, so one day we were practicing, and it was 2 days after it rained, so because we have a turf that we play on game days, and our practice field is grass, which is up like the hill a little bit in our complex. And we were on the practice field, and it was 2 days after it rained, so it was a little bit muddy on the practice field. So we were kind of still slipping around a little bit. Yeah. And this kid thought it'd be funny because JV's practice was over before ours was, and he went and got the hose and turned the hose on the team, like literally started spraying us with the hose. So to throw him in the shower and wet him was kind of just our payback for doing that. Like, are you gonna take the hose and wet the whole varsity team, and then expect to get away with it?
Yeah, a spray for a spray. That's how solutions
I would imagine that every time you saw him in the hallway afterwards, he'd probably be like, "Hey, I'm just gonna go this way."
He kind of just looks down and just doesn't make eye contact.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought he was gonna do.
He's a sophomore now, so.
I just imagine as soon as he turns 70, he still will recall that day. A foreman is picking him up.
He's gonna recall that day on his graduation day.
I actually have a crazy. I have a crazy story from JRTC if you guys want to hear.
Yes,
sure.
So it isn't as long as what Steven was talking about, but I remember I went in wearing uniform one day, and I had went down into the classroom area for JRTC, which is in the basement where all the monsters live, of course. But we were talking there, and I hear some kid just like, "Yo, did you hear about what happened?" And I was like, "What are you guys talking about?" And they were like, "Someone took a shit in the staircase." And I'm like, "What? What?" And I'm like, "Yo, you guys are fucking with me right now, right?" And they're like, "No, someone actually took a shit in the staircase, like a fat one too." And I'm like, "Where?" And I can't. I don't even know the staircase. Our school is like huge. Me and Brian, we went to the same school. It's huge. It's like there's like 5 floors.
Is it like the staircase from the JRTC doors, or is it like the staircase?
I have no idea where it is. I think it was though.
Okay.
But you would think that you'd smell it before you see it, but you know, I didn't.
Bro.
But yeah, like the whole day was just like, who did it? Who freaking shat in the staircase?
I think I know
who. I'm trying to think of like who did Operation Brownie Pants? You know, like I don't know.
I think I have a clue who did Operation Brownie Pants. I'm not gonna lie.
Who?
I'm not gonna say their name, but let's just say that person has been.
Wait, what?
Oh, time out. Hold on, wait a second. It's just
girls don't shit. What are you talking about?
It's not a. Oh my gosh, hold on. Yeah, I heard my name.
But Brian. Oh my god. Welcome back to the super special legit podcast.
You know something else. I'm sitting here, talking about, all the schooling and the differences and stuff, and realizing, you know what else I realized? Do you guys remember in the middle school? So I don't know if they do it in high schools there, but in in the middle school, when they wanted you, they didn't call the classroom. They embarrassed you in front of the whole school. They called you
Well,
down from the PA.
I think I do remember that. I
Like
think I do.
every other you be sitting there learning freaking science and how Saturn moves, or how I don't know how the rings move around Saturn.
Mitochondria or something.
Who the hell knows what we learned then? But you're sitting there learning that, and the PA comes on, and assistant principal's like, Stephen Chatelli to the guidance office, and you're like, oh crap, the hell did I do now?
Yeah, it was always like
Alright, I'm back.
I thankfully wasn't called, but Brian, I wanted to ask.
Yeah.
You probably said this on like your other podcast videos, but did you have any stories you wanted to share? Because we all shared about our experiences, but maybe you had one.
Oh yeah, this is something new. Maybe I haven't told you, maybe I have, but so 8th grade, right? It was like, oh, it's time to be a high schooler. I don't know what to do. I want to be cool. I don't want to be like middle. Oh my god, I hear my name. Hold on.
Oh my God. It's what it's like to have Spanish parents.
Is that another cut?
Yeah, we're just gonna fill this in with a whole bunch of cuts. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh man.
Yeah, we could talk shit about Brian right here, and he won't even. No, I'm just kidding.
Till he goes to edit it.
Oh my God, it's fuck you, Brian hour.
That's funny. He's just over here about to tell his story. It's like, hold on, I hear my name.
I can't imagine what they're talking about. I
Okay, most
really want to
professional.
know.
Okay, here's one. Are you saying something?
No, we were waiting for
No,
you.
keep going.
Oh yeah, so if grade started coming around, and I decided, all right, I want to do something. I want to do something unlike if grade and middle school, because I wasn't really doing anything. I was like the silent kid, the silent fat guy that was funny at times, and that's pretty much what I didn't want to be. And see what is,
Yo,
and that is true because I still.
everybody wants to be gangster in high school and middle school, and they end up just making a fool of themselves. But go ahead.
Yes, so I decided, alright, what could a 5'4" Mexican kid do that's sort of chubby still and be cool with the ladies? And I decided to do the only sport that I can think of, and is football. And so I actually decided to try out for like the football team, and let me tell you, it was the fucking, I looked so fucking stupid because the guy who was trying to train us, because he had to do like a training, you had to go to a different high school. And I decided, all right, yeah, this is easy. I have been working out for like 1 month. I think I have the strength to do it. I was wrong. That shit got me sore, bro. I couldn't. I was already tired in 15 minutes. Like, this man expected a 14-year-old that weighed like 160 pounds, 5'4", to bench like 150 pounds. And
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when you play football, pal.
yeah, and I was thought like, okay, this is just gonna be a bunch of catching drills, and I have studied it for a second. And the way the guy who trained us like ran over like paths to run and everything, I was so fucking confused. I did not know what the fuck to do. When he says, all right, I don't know, I forgot it was freshman year, but let's just say like a play that made, this is not a play, like, all right, do a Hail Mary or something like that. I'll be like, my dumbass will be running to the right and thinking like, is this it? And he's like, no! And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, man. I do not know what the fuck football is. I was just here for the girls. Legit, that's it. Legit,
I was
that's
trying
it.
to get some action. You know what I mean?
Needless to say, Brian did not make the football team.
No, here's the thing. I did make it, but then my mom was like, "Oh,
Oh.
it's too dangerous." But I had to.
Come on.
Yeah, I had to. Here's the thing.
Bro, you told me a story about how your mom was watching you play Minecraft and killing a pig, and she didn't let you play Minecraft after that.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Oh yeah, she said like that game is too violent. I'm like, Mama, he's a square. It's a square. It's not a.
It's just a square pixel.
It's-
I'm not doing it any harm.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I did join because then they said like, all right, obviously you guys need training, and then we had to do like this summer training camp with football, and my mom was like, no, and I was like, but I made it, and I'm not that bad. I actually caught the ball, unlike middle school that I didn't catch it at all. Like I was training, I was actually like preparing to to actually join the football team. I was gonna be like a wide receiver. I thought like, yeah, I'm fast. I think I can do that.
Brian said I wasn't that bad.
No, I actually trained, Steve. Like for a month, I actually trained. I said like I had to do something. I didn't want to play soccer because they will be like, "Oh, looky here, surprise, surprise, a Mexican play soccer."
It's a sport. You know, it's a sport that they don't put in a high school or middle school that I really liked. Me and Brian did. So me and Brian, we had a little bit of a phase where we were doing boxing. He did it before I did, and then he kind of like got me interested in it. And after I joined the gym, I was like, "Oh my god, this is so fun! I want to keep doing this." And he was just like, "Yo, you're gonna get fucked up if you spar with someone, and the only way to like really advance your skill is by fighting someone who's better than you." And I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And then every time, first of all, I just want to say I absolutely loved it. I absolutely loved boxing and all that. But every time I thought about sparring someone who was better than me, I was like, yo, I'm gonna get my ass handed to me, and I don't know how I feel about that. Like I don't know how I feel about being someone else's bitch. There was one day when me and Brian actually went sparring. And you know what? These are on my terms, so I'm just gonna say it. He punched me in the liver, and I went down like immediately. For some reason, instead of like standing to the side so that he couldn't get my liver, I was completely like square. Like basically, I was facing him like I would like a conversation or something.
Oh, yeah.
But every day after that, I was just like, yo. I want revenge, and and then the pandemic hit, so I couldn't do it. But I still want to. I still want to.
Here's the thing, Jeremy. The thing we did like body sparring, and that's where I fucking thrive. Like my body shots hurt. Like I fucking throw a mean ass left. I think I knocked you out with the left hand, and that's like how I knew it. Yeah, you fucked. Like that punch I threw hard. Yeah, I hit your liver.
You hit
too.
me in the liver though.
Yeah.
So that like most people get hit in the liver, they go down immediately. Your side shots though, they don't really hurt.
Yeah, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. Now. The thing is because
you could try again. I'm just saying like if you're gonna hit me in the ribs, like I didn't feel anything.
You're lucky. Let's just say I know where you live, the area, and I'm gonna.
You don't know where I live. I'm fine. I'm in an FBI facility. You won't find me. What about you, Steven? You ever got into like a fight and completely just, you know what I mean?
War cry? What's a hell of a war cry?
Victory! Screech!
Yeah, actually, in middle school.
Oh,
I do not.
You gotta hear about this one.
At Diker, it was one of our half days in the 7th grade, and there was a 6th grader who was just really pissing me off by the handball courts in the back of the yard. And I don't remember exactly what he said, but he said something to me that really set me off, and then pushed me. And after he pushed me, I like picked this kid up against the fence, and I just like decked him. I just kept punching him until the assistant principal came outside. And remember, she was an old bitch. So
oh my god,
she came outside and like pulled
Mike Wazowski.
I shouldn't say her name. If you could just like
oh, bleep that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember, she pulled us apart, and it was bad. But like, talk about
you know what the thing about. you know what the thing about you is? You're freaking tall as shit, so like most people who, square up to you are probably gonna be like, damn man, 6 foot? What the fuck am I supposed to do? You know?
Yeah, Steven was 6 foot off the womb immediately. I swear.
Yeah, bro, you're blessed with you're basically you're forever on a woman's radar. That's it. You go everywhere and like, oh my
Exactly.
god.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone says that, like, you're 6 foot, blonde hair, blue eyed. I'm like, so?
Bruh.
And?
Bro, for you it's like, and for us it's just like, Jesus Christ.
I remember I did a video. It's still on my channel. With Brian. We went to the park.
Oh,
Brian
yeah.
knows. Oh well. There was a couple of them, but I think this was like a Saturday, and in the summer, Brian hit me up and he's like, "Let's go to the park." I was like, "All right, what do you want to do?" He's like, "Oh, let's play soccer," and I was like, "Oh, why don't we?" Because I was watching a lot of like Sidemen videos at the time.
Oh, yes.
And I thought it was a great idea to do a distance challenge with Brian, and I thought I was gonna beat Brian, being the athlete
my
and all. So first of all, Brian didn't have a soccer ball, so I had to bring one. And in the video, we used this nice, bright pink and white soccer ball. All right, that's number one. All right, number two, Brian kicked my ass.
Oh, yeah, facts, bro. I was fucking... It was because I was like fucking 190 pounds back then. That was 190 pounds of pure force.
You know, something mad funny is I think it was the 50-yard shot where I kicked it from half field. I hit the crossbar.
Oh, yeah, I remember. You could like hit a crossbar and you're so mad about it.
I hit a crossbar and I looked at Brian. I looked at Brian and Brian said, "Oh, I wasn't recording." I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Wait, you're talking about football or soccer?
Soccer. I kicked the ball from midfield and I hit the crossbar on what was maybe the best luck ever, and he wasn't even recording it.
I just want to let you know right now that that shot may have been great for you, but every time I play soccer or Brian, he always hits the crossbar and he's like,
Okay, sure.
yo, you get so pissed because you go in for a shot and you always overshoot it. He gets it in. He definitely gets it in the goal, but
Pause.
a lot of the times he hits the bar.
Okay. Now, the last time we played, bro, I was a scoring machine. That's why I was surprised. I was like, oh, shit.
I was a scoring machine.
Bro, I made everything in. Like, anything that came up my foot was magic.
Yeah, all right.
Good times.
But yeah, I this is us catching up and us revealing more about our lives and the bodies we hid under the basement that we don't talk about.
What?
But moving on to the next topic. Maybe you guys want to talk about YouTube channels and your success with it.
Oh man, I'm surprised Brian semi caught up.
Semi-cut. Oh yeah, my first channel. I actually had a first channel, and I only did live streams on it, and it was pretty much just pure GTA. And I only reached like 5 subs, and now
That Vanos life, I know what you're talking about.
yeah, it was in the Bana shit. And I remember me and Steven we did like dumb shit like driving across the map in the crew.
Oh my god, that video. I'm so, like, now that I think of it, at the time it sounds like a good idea, but now that I deleted all the gaming videos from my channel, it's like there are videos like that I wish I just like archived or saved, made them private or something, because those videos were mad fun to rewatch and like just laugh, because me and Brian, obviously neither of us knew anything about driving at the time because we were literally like in the 8th grade, and and I had the steering wheel set, the Thrashmaster set, so I was actually driving with a steering wheel and pedal set. So Brian looked a lot better than me on stream, and I wasn't really driving too straight myself.
How long did that took? That legit took like 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours actually to drive across the map without cheating. We could easily just like skip forward, but we didn't. Because
we started in New York and ended in Los Angeles. That was the whole idea.
Yeah.
I actually had a channel before the one that I have now, and I completely changed everything about it. I deleted like the first couple videos I had because they were like I literally could not watch them because it hurt to watch.
I remember.
Um,
I remember.
Shit, you
I
saw them?
remember. I saw
Did
them.
you see them?
Yeah,
No.
I told Johnny about it. I said like, yo, when we was 15, I said, yo,
That
let's
is-
watch Jeremy's videos.
That is the
And we
exact
laughed.
reason. That is the exact reason I deleted all the gaming videos. You just watch those
Yeah.
streams. That's stupid, mad quiet. But I mean, also the only reason I did it is because I wanted to go into more of like an IRL thing because that was, very popular at the time, which is why I think, my subscriber count dramatically went up. And I remember me and Brian had the conversation last year. Oh yeah, about a year ago, and he said it to me. I was like, I cannot believe that the stupidest, most clickbaitiest video that I actually upload is the one that blows up. He goes, bro, that thing just blew up, and ever since then, my view count and my subscriber count have just been going up. So it's just like, okay.
Oh
All
yeah,
from one clickbait video.
yeah. I remember it was like, it was
My
either the
sister
I
broke
am.
her ankle.
Oh yeah, I was like, how?
Yeah.
I was like, how did
Okay.
that got views? And I was
Exactly, and it was the dumbest video. If you look at all the videos after it, all the videos after that video are so better. Like the quality of them is so much better. The editing was done so much better, and somehow that video blew up. Makes no sense.
By the way, Steven, I have to ask. Now what you do real-time videos now, right? That's
Yep.
the whole thing, right? Okay, so then what's your editing strategy if you have any? Do you use computer to do it?
Yeah, I use my Mac. I use Final Cut Pro, which is which is a program I was introduced to in school actually. And the way I learned these strategies is here in the high school they have a film program and it's classes you could take through your 4 years, and I've been taking same teacher. I've taken it all 4 years, and you learn like how to do cinematography, and you learn how to do a lot of the school. You film and do stuff for the school, make documentaries, and learning all that and using Final Cut Pro on the Macs in the building. It was like, huh. So I ended up going out and buying it myself. It's not cheap at all, and but if you do have the money, if you do have the money for it, and you have a Mac, or a MacBook, I do recommend it because it's simple, but like it's only simple once you get used to how to work it.
and if
But
you
that's
want,
that's about it. So my only strategy is just I went to school. That's what I can say.
Because I had lied to my viewers, my thousands upon millions of viewers that I have.
oh yeah,
I was just like, I have a PC now, so I'm gonna do PC videos. I have a couple games that I want to do, and I lied. Sorry, everyone. Because I had no idea how to edit the videos. I know how to like record, but I had no idea how to edit. So I would have to make a video, and I would have to make it flawless. If I like farted in the video, I was just like, no, let's edit that out. Oh wait, I can't. So I didn't do that.
I
But-
remember.
Time to
Yo,
start from the
Jimmy.
beginning.
I was like you actually. My first YouTube video was actually unedited because I did not know how to edit. I only knew how to record. And then
That's
I
when
found
Brian. That's when Brian came to me and asked me if I had any recommendations for him.
and then you said,
So I introduced him to Share Factory on PlayStation.
and I still use it to this day.
I found out that Share Factory, you can use it. Like there's a website that you can go to, and Share Factory is even on that. So I could theoretically I could use it even for my PC.
Yeah, I remember telling Brian, he's like, "Is there an easier way if you don't, because we were younger at the time, so he's like, if there's an easier way if you don't have the money, blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yeah, Share Factory on PlayStation." He's like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Yeah, there's an editing program on PlayStation in the PlayStation Store for free." He downloaded it, and that's how he started editing his videos.
And I was starting to blow up. Not really. You want to know which video really kind of made me blow up, sort of? So I did a video of me just moving a bag of Doritos, and I have 830
Yes.
views.
Oh my god.
Yes.
And I swear to God, I got like 15 subscribers off that. And I was like, oh my God, that should actually work.
You know what I kind of want to change my content to? I want to do Reddit React videos. Because, there's always like some crazy shit going on Reddit, but
There's always
I don't
some
know how to
crazy
do it.
shit going on Reddit.
Yes.
It's basically like Twitter, but like without,
Toxic
like it doesn't
people.
have too much salt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes, I
But
remember. Go ahead.
what were you gonna say? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I remember some fucking guy in Twitter got mad at a Rubik's cube, saying like, "Oh, it's showing it's explaining segregation and it's bad. It's explaining up all the colors."
Oh my
And I was
god,
like,
bro.
"Oh my God, there's no way someone actually got mad at that."
I forgot where I heard this, but I remember someone like they were making fun of like how like the new generation is like constantly like bickering about those stupidest shit, and they were like, how come there are no obese black women in Smash Brothers? I was just like,
There could be.
It's like,
It's
what do you
there
want,
called.
could
Lizzo
be.
as a playable character? Come on now.
But yeah, that we're talking about like freaking crazy shit and content that we would like to explore. But I actually don't know where I'm going with this conversation that I'm starting. So please, someone take it over.
In shorter terms, I'm gonna take Steve. I'm gonna take fuck. I don't know. No. I'm so tired.
Don't
I'm
fuck
gonna pass
Steven,
Steve.
please.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna fuck him. I'm taking. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna fuck. Maybe I will fuck. I don't even know. I don't even know. I fucking
Um,
lost my train of thought. Sorry,
welcome to
Steven.
the podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take over Steven and subs. Yeah, that's what I want to say. One day.
Oh, that's a challenge, huh?
He
Yeah, only.
probably will. I haven't uploaded in close to 4 months.
See, me and Steven, we're one in the same. We don't upload.
Well,
Um,
no, I was on this. You can even ask. I don't know if you watched any of my videos, but you can even ask Brian because I know he, hung around a little bit. And I was on this crazy upload tear for about 9, 10, almost a year. I was on this crazy upload tear, and I was uploading every other day. Like I had a schedule, and I was just uploading. And then and then once you get into a relationship, it's like shit. So I got into this relationship. And she was okay with the YouTube thing. Like she was even in one of the videos. She's no longer there, but she was in one of the videos, and we had and here's where the downfall happened. So if you look on my channel, you'll see there's a gap between the video about my friend's tooth and the video prior to that. And the gap was not really there because there were videos in between that were deleted later on. But so I did the two videos with her that were on the channel, and then there was the two videos with my friend here, and then the last video right now is the snow video from a couple months ago because it's we had that bad blizzard and we got stuck, and it was just this whole funny thing, and we figured why not take the camera out and go record it, that video's there, but there were on my hard drive there were 6, 7, 8 videos that were ready to go up. But since my ex was in them, I was like, I'm not gonna upload these because that's just dumb. So at that point, it was like I was out of video ideas. I had 7 videos recorded and done, but they can't go up now. So that's where it's just kind of like, I'm taking a break. I'll be back eventually.
yeah, I go ahead, Ryan.
The only time I experienced that was for me, the reason why I didn't record it was because of a breakup that happened, I think 2019, and I was so unmotivated to do things, and then just some random one of my friend girls, not gonna say who, but I think she knows who she is. She legit said stop being a bitch and actually do what you like to do, and I was like, you know what, you're right. And since then, I
Someone
haven't
told
had.
Brian to stop being a bitch.
Exactly,
Hey yo,
that's pretty much it. And
I can't. Oh, go ahead. Never mind.
okay, that's gonna be quick. It was just a little sentence, and after that, well, Lord and behold, I haven't had a drought. The longest I haven't been recording since 2020 and 2021 was a week. And it's scheduling. You have to do 2 stinkers and then one really really good one. That's how I pretty much do it. So that's why
You just have to map out your week. You have to give
yeah.
yourself time to record the video and then make sure you have enough time to edit and get that video out by the said date, which is why I think my upload schedule was very weird in the last year, because you hear all these other YouTubers uploading on Monday and Sunday, like the beginning, very tail end of the week, and then there's me. Let's upload every Wednesday afternoon. So it was just a very strange time to upload, because most of my videos were either recorded the weekend prior. So it was like, think of the idea, record Friday, have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to edit, waste a day of editing because you don't really want to do it. So